I don't know if you guys got a chance to take a look at the personnel group and frequencies. Doug didn't just lean into 12-man in week 2. He leaned so far he tipped over and fell. Whew. All right, let's talk, guys. This is not what I expected to see. All right, y'all. Let's get it. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on in NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Stephen Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is you get around to watching us. Once again, guys, Stephen Hyder, Gate City Sports Channel. All right, for some of y'all that might be familiar with Rhino Talks and, the 10-minute walk thing, yes, I'm ripping off Stan Efferding. There's no doubt about it, guys. All right. Personnel group and frequencies from week 2, guys. 19% 11-man, 81% 12-man. That tells you something. I know the line didn't give up a sack. I know the line held up pretty much. You go 81% 12-man, a large portion of it has to be due to the fact that you're giving extra blockers. I don't know what to make of it yet, guys. But that's a big disparity. I think you could talk about a little bit about the receiver play. How much do you trust Hightower, right? I like what I've seen from Rager. I think the organization likes what it's seen from Rager so far. With that said, if your only really options are Rager, Greg Ward Jr., and Djax, because you still feel like Hightower needs to develop, and you have no faith in J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, that's what you get. You get 81% 12-man. To how to fix this, Alshon Jeffrey's how you fix it, guys. That's my opinion. You get Alshon back, you'll probably see more 11-man. Now you got a guy that can play the boundary side, who can go out there and make contested catches. People ain't going to like to hear this, guys. I know some of y'all feel a certain way about Alshon Jeffrey. It's the truth. I don't know how else to say it, man. Look, pass to run ratio. Mike should have taken the bet. Mike said about whether or not we were talking about 20 touches, right? And I said, I don't know about 20 handoffs. I mean, he's going to get 20 touches between run and pass, but he's not going to get 20 handoffs. Miles Sanders did. So shout out to my boy Mike for that one, because he was right on. I mean, he hit that one square on the chin. No doubt about it. Miles Sanders seems to be like he's going to be a focal point of this offense, especially given the issues we're having with protection and issues we're having with Carson Wentz right now. I would expect Miles Sanders to not only touch it through running plays, but he's going to touch it a lot through, the short, intermediate passing game stuff too. Tight end play. I know some of y'all are probably a little down on our tight ends right now. I mean, Dallas Goedert had a huge week 1 game. Comes in week 2, doesn't really do too much. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that they had to hold him in for blocking assignments. 81% 12-man. You can look through the film, guys. I haven't had a chance to watch all 22, but I saw it with my naked eye. They used Dallas Goedert a lot for blocking. It's frustrating, guys, because I know the line didn't give up a sack, but I also know football, and I know when you're using 12-man that much, come on. Come on, man. You got to call a spade a spade. Got the ball out of Carson Wentz's hands fast. You're using extra backs, you're using extra tight ends to block. It means your line sucks. So, there was progression. The fact that they didn't give up, there's progress, not progression, but there was progress. The fact they didn't give up any sacks means something. Like, I don't want to completely discredit them, but I'm also no fool. It's crazy to me, man. I know that they said that there's some concerns about Matt Pryor understanding line calls. Am I the only one who noticed that Matt Pryor outplayed Isaac Seumalo once he got in the game at left guard? I don't know what it's going to take for the coaching staff. Maybe there's an element of truth to what they're saying about him not understanding some of the changes and some of the calls and the protections. Yeah, it's a big deal, guys. Like, I'm not going to sleep on that. That would be a huge deal. But, Jesus, man, when he got in the game, come on, man. You can't tell me you didn't notice he outplayed him. The protection got immediately better. And I'm not taking shots at Isaac Seumalo because I think he's a good football player. I think largely, you know, he played beside 4 Pro Bowlers, basically. Jason Peters, you know, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson. Like, I mean, come on, bro. You're an odd man out in that group. I mean, any other team, he'd be a really good player for them. But you heard Jalen Williams say it. It's not just my perspective. I brought an offensive lineman on for you guys. Someone who's played at the college level to give you his perspective on it. And he said the same thing. Isaac Seumalo is a center. He's serviceable as a guard, but he's a natural center. I don't know, guys. I got a feeling that we probably will still, Pryor might get some playing, you know, week 3, just because we still have to get guys up to speed. But I got a feeling we're going to go immediately away from him too. So it is what it is there. Clearly this man's lost favor with the organization, guys. I thought it was a little weird that Greg Ward Jr. seemed to disappear from that game. Now that I see the personnel groupings, it makes more sense. Although I will say Greg Ward Jr. has been known to play in 12-man too. That was one of the things I think people slept on about Greg Ward Jr. is just how much the Eagles used him inside a 12-man on the outside. When you're at 11-man, he's your slot. But I'm hoping we find some balance and some consistency. I thought from the game plan perspective, I liked what Doug did, right? You max protect because the line was getting whipped the week before. You get the ball out of Carson Wentz's hands quickly. And when you take your deep shots, you roll that pocket to create enough time to get Wentz down the field. He ran the ball with Miles. He worked things into the flat with Miles. Like, I like the game plan, but I do question the personnel frequency. And I know that like Doug can only play to the limitations he has. Line's not playing right. You're going to have to keep extra blockers in. It's frustrating though, guys. Every year it feels like we're having these problems. Every single year. Like, come on, man. It gets old over time. This is crazy. At some point, guys, like, Howie's got to do better with personnel. I'm assuming Driscoll was back, but probably still a little shook up. I'd like to see Driscoll get some action here, get some playing time. We'll see what happens, though, guys. Zach Ertz, I mean, they targeted him a few times. He got a few catches. He doesn't look like the same player right now, man. I think this contract stuff's getting a little out of control with him. I think they got to find a way of mending the bridges, whether you stay with them or whether you leave. You still have to mend the bridges, man. You still got to play. Words on Carson Wentz, man. It seems like people are falling into 3 categories to me. Those who have never liked him and now they're just going overboard with it. Those who have legitimate concerns. That's where most of us fall into it. That we're like, look, we used to, you know, we believed in this guy, but we got to wonder what our eyes told us if something's going on here, because he's not playing like the quarterback he's been in previous seasons, and he's regressing to the point that he looks like a rookie quarterback again. I agree. And then you got the other side of it where I guess they live in outer space, because I don't know. I don't know at this point how you could still be thinking this kid is having some kind of crazy good year, but I've definitely heard arguments on all sides of this, and it's like, come on, guys, like, really? Really? Is this the hill you're going to die on? I don't know, man. I can tell you this. This team will go as far as Carson leads them. It's a simple point, guys. If Carson is trash, this team is trash. If Carson is average, this team is average. If Carson is good, this team is good. If Carson is exceptional, this team's exceptional. It's as easy as that. There's no other way around this. That's where we're at, guys. I don't know, guys. Carson comes out and balls against Cincinnati. I got to tell you the truth, guys. I'm still going to be skeptical. He's going to have to put it together for me in a 3 to 4 game span till I feel relief. That's just the way I feel about it, guys. Give me 3 or 4 games of Carson being Carson, playing good, then I might say, okay, all right, we got it back. You beat Cincinnati, I'm going to say, okay, you beat Cincinnati with a rookie quarterback. Come on. Come on. We got a chance to get back, man. San Francisco shook up. They're injured. We have an opportunity. Can we capitalize on it? That's going to be the real question here, guys. All right, man, my 10 minutes are up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. You know how we sign out these videos. We do a little E-A-G-L-E-S. Yes, my neighbor's. You see me out here walking around talking on my phone. They're like, man, these young ass kids in this YouTube, they probably think I'm a TikToker or something. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out of here. Bye.